Hey guys, how's it going? This is Obi here with Line Strong Fitness LLC. I'm the Line Strong CEO. Guys, on this channel, as you guys know, I put out information that's not only useful, helpful, but most importantly, applicable. A lot of times when you're on YouTube, you see people that will say things that are based off of what they think, and that you should just do it just cause. But with me, I like to go into detail and explain. And the reason why I explain the way I explain is because not only is this information anecdotal, but also as somebody who is a personal trainer and a professional coach, has worked with lots of people, and I've applied these principles time and time again, and these concepts as well. So I think that if you're able to take the information, apply it, you're not only going to benefit, but you're going to be happier as a whole with your results. So guys, we're going to get into today's video, but some simple housekeeping. Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As it continues to grow, people get to see the information, and I can help them as I'm helping you right now. So, all right guys, so the topic for today's video is the mistakes that I notice that people make when it comes to strength training or trying to build strength or get stronger. So I just noticed that people oftentimes, when they're trying to chase this pursuit, they find themselves doing something that drives me crazy, and that's doing total body workouts. Now, am I saying doing total body workouts is not an effective way for overall fitness? No, it's great. Anytime you get to break down multiple muscle groups at one time, get the heart rate up, get the cardiovascular going, that's always a benefit because you're improving your fitness, okay? But by improving your fitness, it doesn't mean that you're getting stronger, you're building muscle, okay? And I say that to say that I think it's important that when you're strength training, you need to apply the concept of building a house or building your dream house, right? You're not going to rush building your dream house. You're not going to just put whatever on the walls and make the rooms a certain way. You're going to be very meticulous about it. You're going to, really take your time building, sculpting, and really putting into real life what you are looking to, achieve. And I say that because oftentimes, people will come in and do shoulders, they'll do back, they'll do legs, arms, they'll do this all in the same workout, and that's fine if you want to do that. But what I've come to find is you're not only in the gym for a long time, or you're training for a long time. This will take people 2 hours, and again, if you're someone who's busy, like most of you are, or at least I hope you guys are, you don't have 2 hours to be spending training. Okay, so the reason why I always recommend keeping your training under 30 minutes is because I like to apply that concept of working on one room at a time in your home. So, for example, on Monday we'll work on the master bedroom. On Tuesday we'll work on the guest bedroom. On Wednesday we'll work on the third bedroom. On Thursday work on this bathroom. Friday work on the basement. And then, rinse and repeat. And I do that because when you work one muscle group a day, right, not only are you able to correct any type of imbalance by focusing on that muscle, but you're able to sculpt it, round it out. You're able to give it all the detail that it's lacking, all the attention that's lacking. That's the benefit of doing one to two, I would say, muscle groups a day. But I prefer one, so you can put all your energy into one. Second reason, okay, recovery. If you train your chest one day, your back one day, your legs one day, shoulders, arms, or when it comes to legs, I prefer to do quads and hamstrings. And when it comes to arms, I prefer to do bicep day and a tricep day. Now, some of you may think that's excessive, but hear me out. The reason why I like to split things up, because it allows me to really focus on each muscle, right? But most importantly, it'll give other muscles, especially the bigger muscles like the back and back, shoulders, quads, whatever. It will allow them to have more time to rest. Okay, so if I'm training basically 6 to 7 days a week, which is what I think all you guys should be doing. If it's only 30 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be super intense, but you should be doing some type of training 7 days a week. Of course, the intensities will vary. As the week goes on, you're not going to be able to push as hard because of fatigue. It builds up. It's similar to like a glass of water, or this actually. Let's use this. it's like this, you know, fatigue is the water. So as you continue to train, the water tends to increase, and then it'll start to overfill. But instinctively, you know, you should kind of feel that and know when you're getting to that point. But I think that by doing that, allows you to hit muscle group. It'll give muscle groups 3 to 4 days of rest before you hit them again, which allows you to stay injury free. And also mentally, I think keeping your workouts under 30 minutes because of so is better as well. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do with my clients. When I write up programs, I keep the workouts under 30 minutes. I have people who I have programs for where I do workouts of 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on what they want to do. It's my job as a coach to make sure that the intensity is always there. And that's when, you know, having that experience and really understanding how things work really goes into play. Anybody can do an hour workout, but can you do something that's shorter, that's effective, that delivers better results than that hour workout? That's the key. So yeah, and I think that also too, you know, people don't really spend time focusing on, or they undervalue the importance of eating protein. Now, when it comes to protein, obviously there's a complete protein and there's the incomplete proteins. What's the difference? Complete protein typically consists of all the essential amino acids, which is primarily found in, you know, animal foods. Incomplete is more, you know, lentils, beans. You know, these things typically lack the amino acids, the essential or the ones that your body needs. That's so much in the plant foods, but regardless, you know, which route you want to go, even I do have my preferences, but whatever route you want to go, I think people don't focus on eating enough protein. You know, they don't understand that protein plays a big role in your body's being able to recover from training. And I think that, you know, aside from focusing on how many calories people are eating a day, they need to focus on how much protein they're getting. Because, you know, take me for example, I'm 270 pounds, right? So I would say that, you know, on the low end, yes, like 275, but on the high end, probably 300 grams of protein. And it sounds crazy, but this is why I think that, you know, when you really focus on diving into certain food options, it's not as difficult, you know. But we can get into that later in another video, explaining how to, you know, get protein in easier. But yeah, I just think that people focus on doing too much total body training, and they don't focus too much on trying to isolate, in the sense that you're focusing on different muscle groups. Okay. Again, guys, I look at building your body like building a sculpture or sculpting a sculpture. You know, you don't do everything at once. It takes days. It takes a good amount of time, but you want to take your time so that way you're hitting every angle. Because by hitting every angle, you're going to keep yourself from getting injured and being sidelined, which will refrain you from actually getting results long term. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, obviously you should be sleeping, of course, but this video is more about as far as training. You know, I think, last thing, I think people need to stop focus on doing so much barbell work, machine work. I know they have their place, but when it comes to overall functionality and functional strength, I'm a big proponent of using dumbbells. I think dumbbells is something that keeps you honest. If a part of your body is not as developed or strong, the dumbbells will expose that. You know, but I say dumbbells in the sense that not that doing a machine or a barbell isn't a good thing. I just, you know, I really believe that, guys, and you know, when you've been training as long as I have, the key to making progress isn't so much coming up with new schemes, new programs. It's more about longevity. So the way I look at it is, how long can I go without an injury? Okay, you know, I've been training for 21 years. I'll tell you this: if I can get through a whole year, mind you, when I say this, I'm not, you know, taking it easy on myself, but the goal is to go through a year without having to be sidelined because of a muscle strain, an injury. That's the key. I just happen to find that when you use dumbbells, it keeps you from being sidelined, okay? Because guess what? You can be a guy here who does a bunch of barbell machines and is always injured because you have muscle imbalances that tend to rear its ugly head. Or you can be this guy over here who does dumbbells all the time for upper body, lower body movements. Even if you want to do a total body workout, which by the way, I'm a big fan of, by the way. I'll explain after this. But this person doesn't get hurt. I'd rather be this person because, you know, when it comes to training, getting stronger, it's a law of repeated bouts. How many, you know, how many games can I play, so to speak, without having to get sidelined? Because the more games I play, the more experience I get, the better I get. In this case, the more I can train and not get injured, the better my gains are. So simple analogy there. So yeah, guys, I just think it's important that that you focus on doing that stuff. And I think that if you can just keep things simple, you're gonna have better results that way. So yeah, guys, that's simply the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, or if you have any feedback on the video, I'd love to you know, answer any of you guys' questions. So feel free to ask, okay? And also, with that said, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Lion Strong Fitness LLC. I'm Obi, Lion Strong CEO. Be sure to check out all my social media links. TikTok, which is Lion Strong Fitness LLC. YouTube, or excuse me, Instagram is the same thing. My website is lionstrongfitness.net. For those who are interested in coaching, I do provide that as well. It's good stuff. You love it. And with that said, guys, thank you guys for your time. Be sure to tune in for the next video. You guys have a great day. Today is Wednesday, so make it a good day. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.